Good evening, folks. Welcome to BeerForge. I'm your host, Rich. Hopefully, you've had enough ham and turkey and whatever else, if things, I don't know, stuff people eat today, whatever. With me, you know him as the man from, oh boy, Lost Hemisphere. We're going to go way back. And the Painting with Mouth John show. Please welcome Mouth John.
Hey, everybody, welcome to your BeerForge for Easter. You know, I guess I am. So this morning I made a traditional Easter breakfast of eggs, Canadian bacon, and what the heck else did I make? Oh, French toast. So we had some Canadian, we had some French, we had something a little American going on there. So because everyone knows that Easter is the most patriotic of all holidays. And later on, we're going to go stuff some fireworks up a rabbit's rear end, and that'll just complete the whole picture. So there you go. Actually, we're not going to do that. No rabbits will be harmed during the course of tonight's BeerForge.
I will be celebrating Easter by eating chicken wings at a local bar. Those are buffalo wings for you out-of-towners. Followed by watching Game of Thrones.
That's awesome. And, you know, we conveniently scheduled this game so that you would not have to miss even a second of those shenanigans down Westeros way.
Yeah, there's we have a rather non PG-13 name for him, so we'll talk about that after.
Absolutely.
So BeerForge usually is accompanied by one special thing, and that would be beer.
Beer, except for me today, because I'll be very honest with you folks out there. I used to be quite svelte, and now I'm less svelte, and I'm trying to do less beer drinking. So tonight I'm going to start off our beverage update here with Kroger Seltzer Water. It's blackberry citrus flavored. You know, were you aware, Rich, that seltzer water from Kroger tastes at least 50% less like ass than ass?
I would believe it. You know, yeah, I'll just say I believe it, and we'll leave it at that.
I don't know that this particular clear liquid could taste less like blackberry or citrus, but you know, it's wet, it's wild, it's in my mouth, and I think that qualifies as something that I am drinking for tonight on Easter, in memory of the rising of our Savior. Anyway, Mr. Easton, what are you having this evening?
This evening, I'm having from Ballast Point Brewing Grapefruit Sculpin.
Oh, so good.
And I know a lot of people don't like IPAs, and that's fine. I'm very selective on my IPAs as well. But Sculpin is a great IPA, and there's a couple of variants, and I believe this was the first variant, grapefruit. Now, it is one of the better IPAs that's not over. I think, just my own opinion, when IPAs get over 10% is when they really start shining, like 9-10%. As far as under 10%, this is probably one of the better ones, I think.
Yep. Their pineapple sculpin is nothing to sneeze at either. I think
pineapple sculpin's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's really, really. I mean, most people, you know, you think about it, it's like pineapple. What the heck are you talking about? But you know, you're talking about a flavor profile in an IPA that's already presenting itself with, you know, citrus notes and things like that. And so it makes more sense when you kind of put it in those terms.
Oh, absolutely. And this here, actually, there's Unfiltered Sculpin IPA as well. And then this I haven't seen yet. This is new to me. Aloha Sculpin IPA.
Oh, yes. Aloha, you say.
I know, right? And it says our award-winning IPA with a paradise vibe. I'm going to have to look for that in the store. That sounds pretty good. So
yeah,
it comes in bottles and cans. Just clap your hands. And yeah. You know what? Returning the bottles and cans to the store allows you to help pay for it, John.
Absolutely. And, you know, one other thing you can do with that, with that money that you might get on a return would be to become a patron of the BeerForge podcast. You know, folks, we have 3 patrons. They are amongst the finest of all individuals. And we are very, very pleased and honored to have them as our patrons. Of course, I'm talking about Art Bogarski, Scott Heibel, and Steve Halterman. You know, they have decided that rather than leech off of the awesome that is BeerForge, that they would contribute and make it all possible for the rest of you. Now, you could sit there in your chair and eat your chocolate bunny ears or whatever you're doing, but you could have, for the low price of either 1, 5, 10, or crazy go nuts $20 a month, which is still only 4 lattes. You could help provide awesomeness for this show, and we could increase the production values in some way that we're not aware of right now.
It'll come to us, we promise.
Yeah, give us enough money, we'll get creative. I promise you that.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's what fuels creativity. Besides, never mind. We're just gonna let that one go.
Depending upon what state you're in.
Yes, yes. Depending on what state you're in. Live in the chat room, Forsaken Pop Tart.
Oh snap! That's a new viewer and former brushhead of the Painting with Men Off John show.
His comment, I love it. They're only buffalo wings if they're from Buffalo. Otherwise, they're sparkling chicken fingers.
Oh, sparkling!
Outstanding.
That's amazing.
So let's get into some deck talk here, and I'll do mine first because yours is more entertaining, at least.
I wish you would talk about your deck.
Sure. So this deck I won last weekend at a sealed deck event where I took second. I was very happy about that. Yeah, I think this deck is better than the one I was playing, which is kind of fun.
There you go.
This is a Brobnar Untamed deck, and the only thing I don't like is that there aren't a ton of creatures, but the creatures do work.
Excellent.
So in here, Blood Money. Action place 2 from the common supply on an enemy creature.
Yep, that's really clutch. You can put that on something that's very low power and just boom, it's almost like getting 2 automatic amber.
Exactly, yeah. Also, there's a kind of reverse use for it. It'll make them want to use the creature less, because when it dies, you would get amber. Burn the stockpile. If your opponent has 7 or more, lose 4. Now, the fun combo, let's see here. So, autocannon, deal 1 to each creature after it enters play. Right? Pretty simple.
Yep.
Iron Obelisk. Your opponent's keys cost +1 amber for each friendly damaged Brobnar creature.
Cool. So you're just automatically adding it every time you play a Brobnar creature.
That's correct, and I have 4 in this deck. So there could be more, but hey, I'll take it. Over on the disc side, we got Control the Weak. Always good. Choose a house on your opponent's identity card. Your opponent must choose that house as their active house on their next turn. Hysteria. Lash of Broken Dreams. And my first instance of it in any of my decks, Pit Lord, gives you 2 amber. It's a power 9 creature with taunt.
Seems good.
The problem is, while Pit Lord is in play, you must choose this as your active house.
Yeah, which that's a huge impediment. I mean, yes, it does give you 2 amber, and yes, it does give you a big beefy beat stick out there. But boy, if you don't have a run of love in Dis, that can be a long, bumpy road.
It's quite the drawback, yeah. And then over on the Untamed side, a couple highlights. Perilous Wild gives you an amber. Play, destroy each elusive creature.
Oh,
kind of interesting.
Yeah, and considering who you're going up against today, that's going to be pretty interesting.
Oh, the Common Cold. Deal 1 to each creature. You may destroy all Mars creatures. And then Big Twig. He can only fight stunned creatures, but when he reaps, he stuns and exhausts a creature.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So that's where I'm at. John, you have the best deck name ever.
I think this is going to be a really fun matchup. So today I'm playing the Acolyte Villain of Pink Bunny Games. This is a Gamma deck. So Pink Bunny Games is an LGS in South Milwaukee. And this is a deck that I won just yesterday when playing in a sealed Gamma deck event. So basically what happened was we randomly picked decks that the Pink Bunny Games had gotten at the Gamma Trade Show. And each one of those decks has Pink Bunny Games somewhere in its name. And depending upon how you did that day, we did draft to pick which deck we wanted at the end. So the person with the best record got to pick first, so on and so forth. Well, I didn't play all that good, but I stumbled into what I think is a pretty darn good deck. This is a Logos Sanctum Shadows deck. And the thing that I like about it, and I think that one of the things that's going to make this very interesting, is that it's a 21 creature deck, which in and of itself is something that gets me pretty warm in the nethers. And the other thing that it has is it has 2 cleansing waves. Now, you just heard Rich talk about autocannon, and you have talk about all the different ways that he has to deal out direct damage. Well, I've got some ways to do that too with poison wave and things like that in my shadows. But I've got 2 cleansing waves. So if he's autocannoning everything that's coming out and I pop a cleansing wave, that has the potential with a 21 creature deck to really be bringing a lot of amber home for the good guys. It's got a pair of twin bolt emissions in logos. It's got 2 mothers in logos, 2 Nouveau archaeologists, and a Skippy Time Hog, because Skippy Time Hog is awesome. We have over on the Sanctum side, I mentioned those 2 cleansing waves, but then we've got a pretty good stack of creatures over here. We've got a champion NFL, 2 Lady Maxinas dealing out the stuns as well as being a 5/2. We've got Protectrix. We've got the Sanctum Guardian, which is a 6/1, can't be bad, and the Staunch Knight, as well as a Gatekeeper, which has the ability to, if your opponent has 7 or more, boom, now you capture all of it but 5. Over on the Shadow side, everybody's favorite card, Bait and Switch. We have a Pawn Sacrifice, more direct damage going out. Then we have a pretty good lineup of creatures: Carlo Phantom, Nadi the Thief, a couple of Silvertooths, a Sneck Lifter, which allows you to take control of an enemy's artifact, Umbra, and then 2, count them, 2 Silent Dagger upgrades. So those will look pretty tasty on some of those beefy Sanctum guys, to be dealing out an additional 4 direct damage against flank creatures. So I think it's a pretty good deck. The compendium tells me it's an 89 SAS with a 0.09 consistency, and apparently its strong point is board control. So we're going to see how that comes out
Oh
when we
man,
play.
yeah, this looks solid. It looks really solid, and
Yeah, I think it's. I'm surprised it has as low a consistency as it has, but we'll see what that turns into.
well, we shall see, because it helps if I click on the right thing. It is game time,
Game time.
and I won the flip, so I'll be
Yep.
going first.
And I will start the game. And now we got to decide if we're going to keep this. So I'm going second. And I am going to go ahead and mulligan this.
Yeah, my hand isn't that great.
And
I
that's
think
no
I
better.
might mulligan it myself.
Mine is no better.
I always have a tough time thinking about this, because I feel like there's no hard and fast rule to decide yes or no if I should do this or not, you know?
I usually like to think about it as like, how many cards can I play? Do I have like more than 2 of a given house? If I have more than 2 and I'm going second, that seems good.
Right.
However, given that, I would like to mulligan this again, but I can't.
And that's why I don't like doing it.
Yep.
I think I'm just gonna keep it.
Cool.
I don't know if it's a smart move, but here we go.
But it's the move you've got.
Yep. And the first thing I'm gonna play is Big Twig.
Old Big Twig.
Yep. And that'll be the end of my turn. You're up.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to declare this a Logos turn, and I'm going to play Brain Eater, because I can. And then I'm going to play Fogify, and I'm going to play that action. And now you cannot attack me with creatures. And then I'm going to end my turn.
I like Brain Eater. Seems like a decent card.
Mhm.
So, I like Brain Eater, but I like Brain Eater not being here better.
I can understand that.
So, I'm going to play Dis. I'm going to play Succubus to
Okay.
restrict your hand size a little bit.
Got it.
And then we're going to Fear Brain Eater back to your hand.
How about that?
And then I am done.
Okay, so now I think what we're going to do is we are going to have a little bit of a internal monologue here about what I'm going to do next. This is not ideal, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play Sanctum. I'm going to play Clear Mind, which unstuns things, which, gosh, now I talked about it.
Whoops.
That's fine. Oh, I just discarded it. God dang it.
Ah.
I didn't need to do that. Play that creature. Play this creature. And on the right-hand side. And I haven't even been drinking. This is terrible. And I'm going to end the turn.
That was a solid turn right there, John.
Yeah, I just completely peed down my leg on that one.
Big shout out to Congo the Dorgamond in the chat room.
Wow, the whole Painting with Men Off John show is showing up.
All we need is John Spencer to dial in. Be good to go.
Maybe we need to be doing this on Sunday more often.
Yeah, really. So, let's see. What are we gonna do here? Oh boy. It's so weird, but I think we're still gonna do this. All right. So, we're gonna do Untamed. Protectrix is kind of scary, but so is Sanctum Guardian. So, first we're going to play Fogbank, so no fighting for you next turn. And then Lupo the Scarred. Every time I see it, I think Lupo the Scared. He's going to do damage to Protectrix when he comes into play. And then Big Twig is going to Reap. So he will stun and exhaust Protectrix also. And that takes care of my turn. You are up.
Okay, I think this is getting a little out of control already. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get Logos out here. And I'm going to play Nouveau Archaeologist. And I'm going to on the right-hand side. And then we're going to play Brain Eater on the right-hand side. And then we're going to end the turn.
So, not a heck of a lot happening here, but, stuff we still have to do. So,
yep.
I think...
Not getting any good runs of creatures here.
This is true. I'm going to play Dis, and we're going to get Life Ward out here. Always good card. And then Flame Wreathed on Big Twig seems pretty good. So that's going to gives him +2 power, so he's a 9 now. And then Hazardous 2.
Got it.
And Succubus will Reap. And that'll take care of my turn. And then you are up.
Okay, so now I need to make a few decisions here. I'm going to play... I think I'm going to play Logos again. I'm going to play Skippy Time Hog. Get him out there on the right-hand side. And then I'm going to Reap Nouveau Archaeologist. I'll make sure I'm doing this right. And I'm going to use his action, actually. And I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to... I don't want to talk about too much. Then I'm going to fight.
Good catch.
With the Brain Eater on Succubus. Kill him. And then I will end my turn. And so far, so not so much going on here.
No, it's actually kind of a slow game, but you know what? That's okay. I almost said we're going to pause for station identification. My dad would be proud. I would like to pause to talk about something that's coming up, though, and watch this super production value. Boom. Right. Coming up on May 11th, Keyforge double sealed event at my local game store, Heart of the Game. They're doing a little twist here, and I like it. What they're going to do is have you buy 2 decks for your entry fee, plus $5. So it'll be $25 to get in, and you get 2 decks. And each round, you can choose which deck you want to use.
Seems legit. Because, you're going to buy... You want to buy a deck anyhow. You can buy another deck. So you get 2 decks, and you're $5 more, and you get a little bit more choice in your action. Sounds really good.
Yeah, I think I think it's going to be a great format. I'm looking forward to it. And I think a couple of the guys from Canada might come down. Just saying.
Canada, you say?
Yeah, I'm a fan. Actually, you know what? While we're at it, I might as well plug the other thing too. Coming up in 2 weeks here, May 3rd, at the Southern Ontario Open, which is primarily a War Machine convention, on Friday night at 8 o'clock, I will be running a sealed deck tournament.
A sealed deck tournament, you say?
Yeah, if you're interested, shoot me a message. If you're going to the Southern Ontario Open, and we will get you in it.
Fantastic.
All right, with that, back to the game. It's my turn here,
It is.
and it's looking like a Brobnar turn.
Oh, Brobnar.
Oh, yes. I don't think we can... Yeah. Okay, maybe it's not a Brobnar turn and I chose poorly. Let's get Fire Spitter out here.
Okay.
And you are not even close to having 7 amber, so we're just going to ditch that. And that'll be my turn. Another lackluster turn. This is crazy.
All right. So I'm thinking that this might be a good time for shadows to make an appearance. So I'm going to say no to bringing my archives in, but I am going to play an Umbra on the right-hand side. I'm going to put out a Silvertooth on the right-hand side, and I'm going to put out a Noddy the Thief on the right-hand side. And what I'm going to do here is I am going to what can I do? What can I do? I'm going to Reap with Silvertooth and end my turn.
Got a lot of creatures out there, John.
I do have a lot of creatures out there. Probably going to gateway to diss me.
No, no, there's no gateway to this in here. Although
Oh,
I did say it in the tone of voice of be a shame if something happened. But
yeah, shame if something were to happen to all those cards out there now, wouldn't it?
yeah, it would be. So we're going to play Brobnar again. Brobnar. And we're going to get another Fire Spitter out here. And then this Fire Spitter... will fight. And he is going to fight Silvertooth, I think. Yeah. Do a bunch of damage. Probably set you up for making some amber over there. That'll be my turn. You're up.
Okay. Well, this is going to be a Sanctum turn. And I am going to take all these in my hand. And we're going to play the card that I accidentally discarded, which I brought back to my hand.
Oh, nice.
I unstunned the dude. Now I'm going to fight with Sanctum Guardian, and I'm going to kill Fire Spitter. And then what the hell does that do? Swap with another creature in the battle line? Sure, whatever. All right. And then I'm going to Cleansing Wave. And that will make me a lot of amber.
Oh, that's no good.
Yep. And then I'm going to Reap with Protectrix onto Stun, and I'm going to heal Sanctum Guardian fully. And then I'm going to play a Staunch Knight out on the right-hand side. And that is going to end my turn. And I'm checking.
I think you just went from doing nothing to rickrolling me in one turn.
I suspect that's how this deck works.
Yeah, that was something. Huh. Well,
What you gonna do now, Napoleon?
Yeah, this is not good. We're gonna play Untamed, and the first thing we're gonna do is play Life Ward or use Life Ward, so you can't bring any more creatures out here next turn.
Got it.
And Regrowth. We're gonna get. There we go. The other Fire Spitter back to my hand. Perilous Wilds. I think you have an elusive creature out here. You have one. It's not very helpful. We'll do it anyway. So that'll get rid of one. That works.
Yep.
Big Twig is going to Reap.
Yep.
And I think we're going to Stun and Exhaust Brain Eater. seems good.
Okay.
And then Lupo is going to reap.
Okay.
And now it is your turn. And I also have check.
Okay. So I forged. I'm going to play Shadows. And the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to put Silent Dagger onto Umbra. And then I'm going to bait and switch. And then I'm going to, let's see here. Silent Dagger is Reap. So I'm going to Reap with Silent Dagger, and I'm going to start doing some damage to Big Twig because got to. And then I'm going to play Poison Wave.
Oh, no.
And then I think I'm done.
Oh, boy.
And you forged a key, and I'm at 10.
I forged a key, and yeah. And
Oh.
your foofer says hi.
Yeah, that's my dog. That's Chewy, and that means Belinda's here.
Okay, so we're going to get Mighty Javelin out here.
Yep.
We're going to get the other Fire Spitter out here. And then War Song. So I gain 1 when he fights. Loot the bodies. And that's so I gain 1 each time an enemy creature is destroyed. And then we're going to have Fire Spitter. Fight. Oh, there's taunts out here. I didn't realize that. Whoops. Brain Eater.
Okay.
There we go. And that'll be it. This isn't looking too good for me, John.
Looking pretty grim. I'm going to play some Logos now, and I'm going to play a Twin Bolt Emission. So I'm going to play that. I'm going to put 2 damage on, choose 2 creatures. So I'll put that on those 2. Do some damage there. Then I'm going to do my second Twin Bolt Emission and do the same 2 again. Maybe kill him. There we go. Then I'm going to play Mother on the right-hand side. And then I'm going to play a Bat Drone on the right-hand side. And then I'm going to Reap with Nouveau Archaeologist. And that is my turn. Oh, nope, I got another Nouveau Archaeologist to play on the right-hand side. And end my turn, check.
Well, this is bad. Let's see. I'm
Wow,
gonna go
this
through my cards again.
Wow, this deck.
Yeah. Now let's see. If anything dies on your side, does it make you lose Amber? It
Nothing,
does
no.
not. And there you have it, folks. John's deck is good.
Wow. Holy Christopher. I promise you, I didn't see this deck do this because I played against this deck actually in my last round. I went 1-1 against it. 1-1, lost 1. And she's a newer player, and she's learning. She's a wonderful opponent to play against. It's from Corey's wife, Kat. She's a great person, probably just learning the game. This deck is a handful.
This deck is that combo of Poison Wave and then healing everything after.
Yeah.
And the double Lady Maxina, even though you only had 1 out.
Actually, I didn't have any Lady Maxinas because they're both in my hand right now.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you did have 1.
No, but it just happened that I was able to get enough damage out so that when I did that, it was really good. And it's the second Cleansing Wave is still in my deck.
Wow. Yeah, so you could have just done it again after that. Although, I will say the Fire Spitter wasn't really helping the situation.
No, it was very helpful for you to have Fire Spitter. So, well, I think we'll call this one closed for today. I'm going to have some dinner, and then we're all going to prep for Westeros and the shenanigans that can only come when zombies attack.
Yeah, I hear there's zombies in that show. Quick shout out again to Steve Halterman, Art Bogorski, and Scott Hebel. Thank you
Yep.
guys so much for
Yeah.
being patrons of the show.
Yep.
And I think, are you traveling this week, John?
Yeah, I'm going to be heading down to Augusta, Georgia again. So if you're listening in the greater Augusta area, send us a line on the Facebooks or on there, and I'd be happy to play with you. Meet you at Cardboard Kingdom, I think it is, or Augusta Book Exchange. One of those two would be super sweet. And I'm going to bring my mat and my cards, and maybe we can get together for some games.
I think that would be outstanding. Folks, have a good one. We'll see you probably midweek. If not, we'll see you next weekend again.
For sure.
And yeah, that'll do it. So take care.